Well, hello and welcome, traders, and those of you tuning into the YouTube channel here. I want to talk about something today that is really important to me. I talk about with my family, friends, obviously our community members as well, but really it's retiring and trying to hit that millionaire mark, that multi-million dollar mark, and why that's so important to you. I really want to help educate people, especially on the mindset piece, to do something to help yourself achieve those dreams, help your family achieve those dreams, create a legacy for you and your family. And it's not easy, but it's certainly not that difficult if you cultivate the right mindset, you put the right actionable steps into place. I think you can achieve this financial freedom for yourself and your family. So today I'm going to cover 6 steps that I think you need to take to achieve getting to that millionaire status in your life and being able to hopefully take care of your family and take care of your emergency needs and their other needs, family needs, medical needs, health needs, all of those things, super important. That I think it's not just because we want to have a bunch of money, we can go buy a Lambo. No, I don't even want you to do that. Okay, don't want you to waste money on cars and glitzy things out there. I want you to be able to have that nest egg that allows you to retire comfortably, take care of your family, take care of your friends, take care of your church and whatever else that you want to do. I want you to be more successful. So let's get into that today. I'm going to share a little training that I did here, and hopefully this will resonate with you and give you some ideas to move yourself forward. So let's talk about really the keys to becoming a millionaire. We're going to break this down into 6 steps. Okay. And let's just get right into it. Let's just talk about some economic facts that we see out there. 37% of Americans can't afford an unexpected expense of $400. Okay. 37%, a third, more than a third of this country can't afford an unexpected expense of $400. That could be new tires on your car, something breaks down on your car, that could be something goes in your house that needs to be replaced, a furnace, a air conditioning unit, just basic things like a washer or a dryer, things that you really need to exist out there in an emergency, and 37% of people can't afford that. 21% of Americans have no emergency savings at all, which means if anything happens, okay, you lose your job, you become unemployed, something happens in your family, any of those things that could potentially happen, 21% of Americans have no emergency savings at all. And then in a 2023 Forbes Advisor survey found that nearly 70% of respondents identified as living paycheck to paycheck. Okay? Not being able to take care and do things more for their family and their friends, and you really create that legacy. 70% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. Well, hopefully today I'm going to give you some tips to hopefully get you out of this rut, okay, out of the rat race, and into some financial freedom opportunities here. Only about 10% of Americans have accumulated $1 million or more in their savings. So the goal here today is to talk about how do we get you to $1 million or more in your retirement savings, because 90% of Americans won't hit this number, okay, which is a shame. Okay. Today's Martin Luther King Day. It's the new president inauguration. It's a new step for the country here, whether you like it or not. Okay, but it's a opportunity for you to also evaluate at the beginning of this new year, to evaluate where you are and where you need to be in order to get yourself to the level of freedom and financially that you want to get to. So the last piece here I'll point out is that the median retirement savings for families is $87,000. I want to help change that today. We're going to talk about that, because becoming a millionaire is really the only viable solution for financial freedom. Okay? You've got to get there. Money can't buy you happiness, but it's certainly going to go a long way to taking care of yourself and your family and creating that legacy for them and doing great things in your community. So the first thing here is you really got to cultivate this millionaire mindset. It's not really step one. It's just, I want to talk to you today about your mindset. In trading and investing, I talk about mindset all the time, having discipline, having patience, following your trade plan, trading rules. Your mindset is key. Having that belief system is really important for you to accomplish your goals. 80% of cultivating this millionaire mindset, 80% of this is right here. Okay. 80% of getting to $1 million is between your ears. Okay. Focusing on the belief, the vision, the determination to get you there. Okay. And your core beliefs. Number one, I want you to understand that you have the possibility of doing something great. I want you to believe that becoming a millionaire is absolutely achievable. You've got to have that belief that I can do that. This possibility does exist for me. And then confidence, I want you to trust in your ability to achieve financial freedom. Most of you aren't on the path that you want to be because you lack confidence. You lack the mindset and the belief that you can do something great and you can be more. I want you to start to focus on yourself and believing that this is achievable and have the confidence to go out and do that. 20% of achieving this is really just mechanical. Okay. It's just executing some actionable strategies we'll talk about today to get you on the path there. All right, so step one, let's make that millionaire decision. Commit fully to the decision to become a millionaire. I want you to commit to it. Write it down on paper, and we're going to talk about goal setting, but write down on paper right now that my goal is to become a millionaire. And then we're going to work to achieve that. I want you to remove the mental obstacles. Oh, I can't do that. I don't make enough. I have too many people to, in my family to feed. I've got college education. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so many things. I want you to remove those mental obstacles. You've got to start writing your goals down so that you can visualize achieving them and reinforce these decisions every day with affirmations, focus, rewrite these goals every single day. And I want you to align your activities with those goals so that your only step forward is to really make this decision and have that positive mindset that I'm going to do this, I can do this. All right, so step two, I want you to understand the power of compounding. You've heard me talk about it. There's many videos out there. There's many trainings out there. The power of compounding is the ninth wonder of the world. To me, it's the first wonder of the world. It's the most important thing on planet Earth when it comes to creating wealth and generational wealth. It's understanding the power of compounding. The earlier you start saving, the better off you're going to be. So how do you make $1 million? Well, using compounding. If you take 450 bucks invested every month and you're only making 10% for 30 years, you're going to hit $1 million. That's it. 450 bucks a month at just 10%. 10%, the market averages 11-ish, 12% a year. So just putting your money in a market fund should get you to that in 30 years. There'll be ups and downs, but over 30 years. I mean, the last 2 years alone, the market's been up over 20%. So years like that, you're going to really start to get ahead. Okay. And maybe you can even put more in. But if you just took $450 a month, invested at 10%, okay, in 30 years, you're going to have $1 million. Boom, start early. Okay. Okay, I don't have 30 years. I've got a little bit less than that. Well, now you need to ratchet it up, but maybe $1,000 a month at 10%. That's it, 10%, less than the market makes a year. Okay, for 23 years. Okay, so $1,000 a month at 23 years at 10% would still get you to this same goal. Ooh, I can't do $1,000 a month. That's only $12,000 a year. Okay, many of you can do this. Many of you have a car payment that's $1,000 a month. Okay, get rid of the doggone car payment. Okay, maybe you have a $500 car payment. So you could save the 450, not the 1,000, but if you got rid of your ridiculous car payment, you could meet this in 23 years. Let's say you get good at investing your money and you can make 18% a year. Okay. I'm not talking 20, 30% a year. I'm not talking about these gurus on YouTube saying you can make 10% a month on your money trading Palantir or Tesla and retire. Okay. That's never going to happen for you. Okay. You've got to at least have some modicum of conservative nature here. All right. Just imagine making 1.5% a month, not the 10% that everyone is telling you can make. 1.5% a month because you understand investing, you understand trading, you understand income generation. Okay. Then if you took that, then for $400 a month, if you could make 18%, you only need 20 years and you're a millionaire. Okay. 18%, which is 1.5% a month, okay, for 20 years, putting 400 bucks in that account, okay, gets you to $1 million. Okay. Another way to look at this is I could actually just take $20 a day, put it into an account. If I'm making 16% a year on that money, okay, and I put 20 bucks a day aside in 20 years, if I'm compounding it daily, okay, I'm going to be worth a millionaire. 20 bucks a day. That's it. Okay. That's like two meals at McDonald's anymore. Okay. 20 bucks a day at 16% over the next 20 years makes you a millionaire. So what I want you to do is just think about this power of compounding. The earlier you start, the better. Well, if you've only got 5 years to retirement, this is going to be really tough for you. Okay. But there's ways to do it. Okay. And we're going to talk about some of those. So understanding the power of compounding, get started early, make a realistic roadmap of exactly how much you want to put aside every month, and try to identify a realistic interest rate that you can earn through either trading, investing, or something along those lines. Please don't think that you're going to make 10% a month or 50% a year or something like that. Okay, put some realistically conservative numbers on that, please. All right, step 3 here, set millionaire income targets. So I want you to define some specific income goals. Okay? One of the easiest ways to become a millionaire, increase your income. Okay. I want you to increase your income of your current job. How are you going to do that? Okay. So, how are you going to create more money from what you're doing? Maybe you'll also have to get a second job. Okay. Maybe you'll have to get some outside income sources. Maybe you'll have to do something a little bit different, okay, to increase your income stream. But number one way to get started here, A, start investing. B, I want you to increase your income. Focus on that. And I want you to adjust your strategies to ensure steady growth. If you make 50,000 a year, great. Okay. Next year, let's say we want to make 60. The following year, I want to be at 70. Then I want to be at 90. Then I want to be at 110. Then I want to be at 130,000. I want to be at 150,000 in 6 years. How are you going to achieve that? Set specific income goals. Again, write these down. A, I want to be a millionaire. B, I have X amount of time. I will need X percentage to get there. How am I going to educate myself to get there? How am I going to create more income for myself? Okay. Create an income goal. If I'm making 50,000, well, maybe next year I need to be making 60 or 70. Okay. Maybe by the year after I need to be making 80 or 90. How am I going to increase my income? Okay. Step 4 here, live beneath your means. Oh my goodness, do I see people out there driving way too expensive of cars, okay? Living in way too expensive of houses, okay? With way too expensive of watches and iPads and iPhones and all kinds of crazy things that you have, and clothes, and oh my goodness, people, okay? I'm not saying that you should starve yourself to death here, but I want you to start to live beneath your means. I want you to keep your expenses to the bare necessities. Okay. Do you really need that new iPad? Can you get a used one? Do you really need that new car? That's $600, $700 a month payment? Okay. The two biggest wastes that everybody will incur in their lifetime is number one, your car payments, and number two, your house. Okay. Your house is a money pit. Okay. It's going to cost you probably as much or more of your house. It'll offset any appreciation in your home. It's not an investment because you don't make money off of it. Okay. All your house does is appreciate slowly at maybe 3% a year. Okay. But you've got property taxes, you've got maintenance, you've got utilities, you've got repairs on it, you've got um, things that might break periodically here and there on your house. All kinds of things can happen to your home, okay? That's really going to prevent it from being a money maker. And it's not going to generate a dime for you. All it's going to do is keep sucking your money into this house. Invest in assets that actually return money to you. We'll talk about more about that. A car payment. Okay. Imagine if you could buy a used car for 10 or 15 grand that lasts you 10 years as opposed to a $300 or $400 a month payment that costs you $4,000 a year for the next 6 years. Okay. So now I'm at $4,000 or $5,000 a year for 6 years. I'm going to spend $30,000 on this car. I'm not going to have much of anything to show for it. Okay. And meanwhile, if you took that same $30,000 and put it into investments and let it compound and grow, you would be well ahead of the game. So I want you also to look at allocating any surplus income to investments and not indulgences. I'm not saying don't take a vacation, don't enjoy yourself. Okay. Every now and then you got to splurge, you got to do something. Reward yourself for being a great saver. Okay. But keep your expenses minimal. Okay. You don't need to be driving a high-end brand new car. Okay. A car just gets you from A to B. Okay. If you're hanging around with people who only care about the kind of car that you drive, you got the wrong people. Okay. Meanwhile, I don't even own a car. Okay. My wife has a car. I work from home. I've worked from home for a decade. Okay. So we have one car between two of us, and it's a used car. Okay. It's not even a new car. Okay. I have no payments on it either. So I'm taking all of that money and I'm plowing it into my investments. Okay. I want to have more money for myself and my family to do more fun things at. Okay. As we go forward. All right. So a little bit of a minimalist lifestyle that can accelerate your wealth building. Number five, save to invest, not to save. Okay. I'll talk about it in other videos. You should definitely have an emergency fund. Save 5 to 6 months of your salary in an emergency fund. Once you've got there, okay, then we're going to start investing that money into the key investing buckets, maybe trading, investing, retirement, things like that. So, but don't just hoard a bunch of cash and have it into in your savings. It's got to be in income producing assets. Okay. Not stuff that does, your house, your car don't produce any income for you. Stop buying things that don't produce income. I'm going to buy a $60,000 watch because it's going to look sweet. Okay. It's not going to make you any money. Well, that watch is going to appreciate to $100,000, Tom. Great. Okay. Appreciation doesn't generate you cash. Okay. And if it doesn't generate you cash, you're not increasing your income, which means it's going to take you longer, okay, to get to that $1 million, okay, that we're talking about. So avoid hoarding cash, channel your savings into income producing assets, and understand your investments thoroughly. Don't be gambling. Don't be doing crazy things out there with your investments. Okay. You should have investments and trading accounts. They are separate things. You want to trade for a living? Great. Okay, disposable income. Okay, we can use that there once we've got the emergency cash and once we've got investments growing. Okay, however, investments, I wasn't talking about 20 or 30% a month. I was talking 20 or 30% a year. Okay, I was actually only talking 10 to 18% a year. Okay, to make that compounding work well. All right, so understand what you need to do. So last thing here is create multiple income streams. Establish a diverse source of income, both active and passive. I don't really know much passive income strategies that really work well. Okay. If you're not actively trying to generate cash, okay, then how can you really generate a lot of cash? Maybe you'll generate a little bit additional cash, but passive income, kind of a misnomer. And no, it's not, you know, wheeling or selling covered calls. That's not passive, that's active. You're actively in the market. You're selling uh, cash secured puts, you're getting assigned, you're selling covered calls, you're doing it weekly, that's the active. Okay, that's not passive stuff. Passive might be dividends, but dividends don't pay squat. They pay 3-4% a year. 3 or 4 or 5% a year ain't going to get it done. You need income assets and you need strategies that are going to produce 15 to 18% a year, maybe 20% if you're good at it. Okay. Dividends aren't going to get you there. Right. So create those multiple income streams. What are hobbies that you can turn into money? Can you do some coaching on the side? Can you do some other things on the side? Can you open a Amazon account and sell something on the side? Can you make something that you can sell at craft fairs and things like that? What can you do to start generating bits of cash now? Okay. All right, let's talk about some mistakes to avoid here as we wrap up. Okay. Big mistake is most people have no clear actionable plan. They actually have no plan at all. No one's ever talked to them. No one's ever sat them down. Their parents never did. Their friends don't do it. Okay. They can't afford an advisor who's probably not going to help them anyway because the advisors are on commission trying to put you into some investments that they own. Okay. Make your own clear actionable plan. Ignore the importance of income over savings. Okay. Don't ignore that. Right? Most people think, oh, I'm putting money in the bank, and I'm making 1%. Okay. You need to be generating 10 to 15 to 18%. So don't ignore the importance of income, okay, over savings. You need to increase your income through your investments or your own set pay or start to work a second job, one of those things. Okay. Another mistake here is people spend on liabilities instead of income producing assets and investments. Again, stop buying cars and houses and jewelry and other things that don't generate cash. If you're taking out a loan, it better be on something that's going to pay you income. Okay. Otherwise, hold off on it, folks. Okay. Last one here, failing to add additional income streams. We've been taught, oh, just, get a job you like and work and just do that and go 9 to 5 until you retire. Okay. And then you're going to retire like everybody else with $87,000 or not a million. Okay. And you're still going to be struggling and you're going to be working into your 70s. Okay. I want you to be able to enjoy life earlier than that. Okay. I want you to be able to enjoy life in your 40s and 50s. Okay. I don't want you to work, okay, from the time you're 20 to the time you're 70. And I want you to work 50 years and enjoy 5 to 10 years of money when you're too old to actually do something with it. Okay. I want you to be able to retire when you're in your 40s and 50s, potentially, still keep generating income because you've now learned those strategies. And now you can enjoy 30 plus, maybe 40 years, okay, of your life as opposed to only 10. All right. So, some wealth building path, maybe start a business, buy a franchise, add an income stream, invest in stocks, bonds, or real estate. They do take some money to get there, so you got to increase your income first. Leverage commissions or affiliate marketing or internet sales. The greatest job to generate income is probably in sales. Okay. Top salespeople will make more than doctors, lawyers, nurses, and everybody else out there. Okay. You want to generate more income? Maybe take a sales job somewhere that pays you some decent commission, that if you really want to get after it, you can make a ton of money. Okay. And then you can combine your salary with strategic investments. Don't quit your day job to become a professional trader. Okay. Keep your day job, okay, and find trading strategies that you can do while you're working so that you keep bringing in income and compounding that income and then turning that back into more income. Okay, so you can keep growing your investments, which now make more income, and it's just a giant wheel that expands. So, last thing here is write down your income targets. Where do you want to be? How much income do you want to be making by the end of this year, 2025, by the end of 2026, 27, 28, okay, by the end of 2030, okay? Identify income streams. What are some potential income streams that you could be doing now to generate additional cash flow? Okay. Develop a strategy to reinvest your savings into investing. So once we've got that emergency, don't just keep growing your savings. Now you got to start plowing it heavy into investing opportunities. Okay. And number 4 here is to track and evaluate your progress. All right. So hopefully these are some things you can take away to get to that $1 million. Okay. I want you to be more successful, but you got to take it by the horns here, and you got to do something. You got to put that action plan together. Okay. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, achieve that financial freedom. Don't be the statistics of the people that can't retire, don't have enough money to retire, are barely living paycheck to paycheck in here. You can do something about it. It's really just a matter of your mindset. Do you want to do this? Are you willing to do this? Do you have the confidence to do this? If you follow along with what we're doing, we're going to give you some trading opportunities, some trading examples, some investing examples, trying to give you examples of both things so you can do that. Okay? There are plenty of opportunities out there to find additional income streams for yourself. Grow your income, learn how to invest and trade it properly. And once you do that, you're going to find yourself more successful. I hope this was helpful to you. If you like this video, click the like button down below. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not a member or a subscriber to the YouTube channel. And we'll see you guys later. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.